All right. Okay. Movie review time. Me and James on this very cool uh, July night. There's no ice age coming or anything. We just watched the Northman. I got it at Walmart, and I figured I would like it because I like Robert Eggers. I've mentioned him on my channel before. The two previous movies he did, I enjoyed. Real unique filmmaker. Of course, the movie was a flop per se, but I think it's starting to find its audience now. But let's see, what did Mr. LaFond think about this film, The Northman?
Oh, that's by far the best uh, Norse-themed movie that I've seen. There's a few of them I've seen that I liked, but this was the best. And I thought that I watched it. It's the third movie I watched this year. I watched something called Upgrade, which I really liked. It's a small movie.
Upgrade.
And then I watched Blade Runner 2049, which was a really good movie, but I figured out the entire plot 40% through. So I was just watching it for atmosphere. I knew how it was going to end. I didn't even bother watching the ending, but they even did stuff to repeat things in it so you would remember stuff. So this actually plays with some normal sentimental conventions to get you to get the viewer worried that the hero is going to cuck out at some point. There's numerous potentially feminist cuck out scenes where the hero could abandon his vengeance and his destiny for the Mary Poppins approved a gingerbread house with a white picket fence. So I was really pleased that it was a highly symbolic movie that had a predictable track, but it still kept you suspenseful. So I like that better than something like what they did with Blade Runner, where they tried to obscure the way things were going. This movie kind of lets you know how it's going to go in the very beginning, and it'll seed a little doubt in there, and then it'll come back and it'll reinforce that, yeah, this thing is going the way it's going. So I don't see it being real popular with ideological people. I can see a lot of people not liking it, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, in the film, the scene where you were talking about, where it's like nah, I noticed that too in the film, like the scene where the women, the men actually defy the women in their life, whether it was Nicole Kidman or the Joy, whatever her name is, something Joy, playing the Russian witch slave girl.
I thought it was a pretty accurate view of slavery.
Yeah, that's what I wanted, because we talk about slavery a lot. You see that I mean, slavery is normal in this world, right? But no less cruel to the people who were subjected to it.
It's a normal condition of humanity up until the steam engine. And, most people believe that it was only a particular condition for a couple hundred years in this country and nowhere else. But the whole logic for slavery, the uncle gives a speech to his son that he should do some work to demonstrate that he was at least as strong as his slaves to the slaves,
Right.
and that a man never knows if he's going to be a chief or a slave at the end of the day.
That was a good scene, right? That was a lot of good scenes, a lot of good dialogue in it.
Yeah, so it's the most realistic treatment of slavery I've seen in any movie.
Very atmospheric. The battle scenes were crazy when they were.
The combat was pretty good.
Yeah, berserkers. That one scene where they were. And there's a scene in there too. I mean, there's a lot of scenes that are like really like, oof, oh no, like I can't. But hey, I thought it was good. It was a good film. LaFond approved, so Some of it reminded me of Conan a little bit, but not, but at the same time not. It's so different. Eggers is a very talented guy. I sound like I'm blowing smoke up his ass,
Wow.
but he deserves it. He did a good job.
It was only unfortunate that Will Smith didn't play the lead.
Well,
I think
that's
they could have maybe got some movie sales then, but
yeah. It's probably the only film I've seen where you have all people from the region they would have been from at the time. No special guest appearances by.
well, it's the Wakandans. I don't think had put their steamship fleet in the water
Right.
yet.
Well, right.
In
So
895. So maybe it's still accurate.
yeah, they were gonna.
We didn't have any Wakandans.
The Wakandans decided to avoid these these devils with their slavery. You know. I'm just trying to think anything else about it I can think of. Nah, just check it out. I'm sure everybody's on the internet is like gnashing their teeth in all different directions. But it's a good story. It was a very masculine movie. Even if Eggers is like a hipster or whatever, he's a good hipster. Very masculine film. Like I said, there's scenes in it where the women come to beguile the man to not do this or do something else, and the man is like, no. Okay, and he doesn't, and he does it. It's for something higher. I like that. I really thought that was interesting because the man is supposed to say, yes, ma'am, in the movies now.
The barrow scene, I think, that might be my favorite scene.
Oh yeah. All right, man. So that's the Northman. Check it out, and I want to watch the extra. Also, I know this sounds like just like with the other film. The music is great. The music is like like high level, not lo-fi, but hi-fi, like ambient Viking dungeons music. It's great. That's it, man. I was surprised. Good stuff, man.